So I had to take what should be my final drug test for probation, and it was one of the most humiliating experiences in my life. Not because I failed, but because I physically can't pee when someone is watching or is in the room with me, and that's a requirement. I know this sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. Most of you never think about peeing. You just walk into the bathroom and it just happens for you. But for me, every time I leave the house, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, what if I have to use the bathroom? What if there's no stalls? What if someone's in the bathroom with me? Because I physically can't take a piss when someone's in the room with me. It's fucking humiliating, and it makes me think, is something wrong with my body? All right, let me try to explain why this happens to me. I was raised Muslim, and some Muslims consider it a sin to piss while you stand up. So that's how I was raised. Whenever I would piss standing up as a kid, whenever my parents would hear the water splashing, they'd fucking yell at me. They'd grab the broom, they'd grab the slipper, and they start beating me. Why? Because that's a sin. It's not allowed. I was fucking hella scared of my parents growing up. And that sort of fear just kind of stays with you. Why? Because your body remembers the score even if your mind wants to forget. Over years, your body gets conditioned. Sitting down became the only way that I could pee. If I'm out in public and I can't find a stall, it's out of the question. It just sucks because now as an adult, my nervous system still wants to react the same way I did as a little kid, even though I'm a grown-ass man. Before I get into what happened today, let me give you some backstory. All right, so I was sentenced to 5 years, but 4 of those got suspended and got replaced with 4 years probation. So when I originally showed up to the probation office for orientation, I'm like, yo, I can only sit peeing down. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But okay. And next time, make sure you get a doctor's note for this. So I do that. I get a doctor's note. And then the next 3 times, no issue. They let me sit down and piss. Cool. The 4th time I show up, they want to act like I have nothing on file and none of those prior agreements or nothing existed. They want to act like the only way I can pee is standing up. And I'm like, yo, I physically can't do this. I made my probation officer cry because, look, I'm a grown man. I'm assertive. And when I feel my well-being is being threatened by, like, I don't want to go back to jail, dude. I already did a whole fucking year. I don't want to go back to jail over some bullshit that I have a medical and religious exemption for. I had to get the supervisor involved, and they're like, okay, we have it on file. If you ever have to take any drug tests going forward, it's going to be saliva only. No more urine tests at all. I'm like, okay, fire. And then next time I show up there, they lower my probation level because I'm doing good and my PO quits. I don't know if it had anything to do with me giving her a hard time, but that's what happened. So today I get called in for a drug test. It was an automated message. I don't even have anyone I can talk to. All right, so I show up to the probation office. They're like, look, you're not allowed to do the saliva test because that's from last year. We need a urine test now. And I'm like, okay, I can only do this sitting down. I had to explain to a whole room of people why. It's fucking humiliating. I can only piss sitting down. She's like, no, that's not allowed. I'm just like, you guys are doing this again, man? Like, I don't want to have to give y'all a hard time, but y'all really playing with me, bro, because I physically can't stand up and piss. And they're like, okay, let me go talk to the supervisor. And eventually, like, okay, you can sit down and piss. So I have 2 cups of water. I wait like 20 minutes and then I go and try to piss sitting down. And it's 5 minutes goes by and I look over to the guy. He's right over to my left. If this is where I'm sitting on the toilet, he's right over like a foot to my left looking at me. gay as shit. I'm like, look, bro, I'm gonna have to drink more water and take some time and try again. 20 minutes goes by. I drink more water, come back. I'm like, all right, let's try this again. 5 minutes goes by. Nothing. This dude's just fucking staring at me. Another couple minutes goes by. My face is red as shit. I feel like I'm trying to give birth. I'm like, just trying to piss. Like my life depends on it. I don't know, bro. This shit is just so gay and humiliating. Have another man watch me piss. Like, I don't know, bro. If you're this guy and you have to tell people what your job is, are you going to tell them, oh, I'm a lab technician at a probation office? Nah, bro, you're a professional dick watcher. That's kind of gay. I'm telling y'all, and even in jail, this pissing situation was my biggest fear. Every time I would have a new cellie, I'd have to have a conversation with them. Like, hey, man, if I'm sitting down on the toilet, I'm not taking a shit unless I tell you I'm taking a piss. And then they'd be like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? I got called soft. I got called a bitch. I even got asked if I was transgender because I sit down and piss. And I'm just like, bro, this is not even my fault. Like, this is out of my control, man. Fucking embarrassing. And I don't feel like anyone really understands, bro. Like, they say millions of people are affected by shy bladder, but I've never met a single person. I'm pretty much legally blind without my glasses. At least people understand that. Like, I can tell you, hey, I'm blind, and they'd actually get it and understand it somewhat. But if I tell you, hey, man, I can't piss in public, I can only pee sitting down, they're going to think I'm fucking weird and my dick's broken and my body don't work.